down a pallet on your floor. Lay me down a pallet on your floor. Honey, lay it down, lay it soft and low. Then maybe my good gal, she won't know. I'm going up the country through that sleet and snow. I'm going up the country through that sleet and snow. I'm going up the country through that sleet and snow. Ain't no telling just how far I'll go. Get my breakfast here and my dinner in Tennessee. I get my breakfast here and my dinner in Tennessee. I get my breakfast here and my dinner in Tennessee. I told you I was a-comin', better look for me. Honey, I can't lay down on your bed. You know that I can't lay down on your bed. Yes, you know that I can lay across your bed. 'Cause my good woman, she might just kill me dead. Don't you let my good gal catch you here. Don't you let my good gal catch you here. She might shoot you, cut you, stump you too. Ain't no telling what she might do. What's up guys, Brandon Johnson here again. Thanks for joining me. Today we're looking at Make Me Down a Pallet on Your Floor, a classic Doc Watson tune originally written by Mississippi John Hurt. Doc Watson and Mississippi John Hurt performed at the Newport Folk Festival in 1964. And you know, this song really strikes home for me because we're traveling around with the band and we end up passing out at people's houses a lot, and they make us pallets down on their floor. I was just thinking last weekend we were staying at somebody's house in Kansas City. We didn't even know who they were, but they invited us over, so they made up a bunch of pallets on their floor for us, which I thought was really, really nice. And this song's played out of capo 2, and I kind of based this version on the Doc and Merle Watson version because I just really, really like that version. So I really hope you enjoy this one because I enjoyed making it, and let's check it out. Alright, let's take a look at this classic tune, Lay Me Down a Pallet on Your Floor. We're going to start on this F chord. Of course, we're capoed up 2 here. So the way I'm playing this F chord is pretty standard, except I'm taking my thumb and I'm playing the bass note on that first fret low E with my thumb on my left hand. So you could play it this way if you wanted to, but actually this is much more difficult for me than just wrapping my thumb around the neck and hitting that low bass note on that first fret low E with my thumb. So we're going to play that F chord. We're going to start on that first fret low E, and then we're going to play with our thumb and our index finger the 3rd fret D and 2nd fret G. And those are just 2 notes out of the F major chord there, so we're actually just holding an F major chord. And one thing you could do here is you could do a little bit of muting. So what I'm doing is I'm just laying my palm down on the strings, kind of flat like this, as if, you know, if you take your hand and just sort of lay it with your little finger and the side of your finger on the pick guard and just sort of lay it over it like that, that's sort of how I'm creating this muting that I'm doing. So you're going to mute that first note and then hit that 3rd fret D and 2nd fret G simultaneously. And that just creates a little bit of percussiveness and a little bit of, you know, dimension to your playing. Okay, and then from there we're going to return back. So we're going to be hitting a bass note on every quarter note throughout this entire song. So you'll see kind of a common theme there with the bass notes, and they're going to land on each quarter note. So we're hitting that 1st fret B and then 3rd fret D. So really we're just using our index finger, our middle finger, and our thumb to pick. We're not using any other fingers, so we're trying to keep it, you know, as simple as possible, as simple as it can be. End on that 3rd fret D with our thumb. And we don't have to, of course, move any fingers on our left hand. We're just holding this F chord. And kind of vary the muting to your liking. If you're, if you're feeling like, oh, the muting really isn't getting across what I'm trying to get across, then you could certainly mute less by just kind of lifting off your right hand here. All right, so let's play this finger picking pattern over this F chord all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. And that brings us into measure number 2. All right, so when we look at measure number 2 now, we're playing over a C major chord. And what we're trying to do here is we're kind of trying to keep it consistent, with the other chords as far as the finger picking pattern and the syncopation. So we're going to continue with our muting, or just kind of our slight muting. So we're going to start here on this 3rd fret A, and then we're going to do kind of similar to what we did in the first measure. We're going to hit that 2nd fret D to open G with our index and our thumb. You'll notice there that I'm kind of stopping the vibration of that 3rd fret A. And that's kind of where that, muting can come in. So you can either stop it by letting off with your left hand, or you could just mute it and get that same kind of effect. So it's kind of up to you as far as how you want to do it. I tend to do one or the other, or kind of a combination of both. You want to kind of go off of feel as much as possible. So this is just kind of meant to create a foundation for you to go and play a song based on feel after you've learned, maybe this version and another version, or you've learned a couple different versions of it. You want to take that and move to the performance aspect of it on the basis of feel. You'll notice there that I'm holding this C chord, but I'm kind of holding an interesting inversion of the C major chord, and that is I'm playing the 3rd fret A with my little finger, and then with my ring finger I'm hitting that 3rd fret low E, and I'm using that as an alternating bass note, right, with my thumb. So my thumb is going to hit downstrokes, and it's going to alternate each quarter note between the 3rd fret A and the 3rd fret low E. All right, let's take a look at measures 1 and 2 now, all the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that brings us into measure number 3. Okay, so now looking at measure number 3, of course we have this F major chord, and this F major chord is going to be played exactly the same as the first F major chord in measure number 1, right? So we have kind of a repeating pattern here. So we have the F in measure number 1, the C in measure number 2, and then the F in measure number 3. So that's going to be pretty much the same. It's going to be played like this. And then in measure number 4, we're going to go to a G7 chord. So the way we're going to play this G7 chord is we're going to play it 3rd fret low E, 2nd fret A, open D, open G, open B, first fret high E. Okay, and that's our G7 open position chord, and you may already know that chord. Okay, so we're going to play 3rd fret low E to the opens, 3rd fret low E again, and then we're going to play that 1st fret high E to indicate that 7th chord. And really, the alternating bass notes that we're going to do over this G7 chord are going to be between the 3rd fret low E and then the open D. And those are kind of our alternating bass notes that we're going to be playing. All right, measures 3 and 4 now, all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, four, 2, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's look at the first half. So the first 4 measures 1 through 4, all the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4.